Hello guys, welcome to our channel, and today I am going to talk about screens everywhere. Now, first of all, now I will give a disclaimer that these are totally my point of views and I have not done any sort of specific research. It's totally based upon my experiences and my views, so you can disagree with my points, right? So let's go. This time I remembered to give disclaimer at the first, or else I give that disclaimer every time at the last of the video. Now let's start. So recently I have been going out lately too much, and like I always went out lately, but out of my home I mean. So the thing is, I found that always there are screens. There are screens in the most unnecessary places that you could or you should have. Like, why is a screen there? Why, like you do not even need that. You do not even need that. Let's, for example, talk about screen in malls. Now, why do we have screen in malls? Like, bruh, there was a food court recently. Like, I went to a food court recently and I saw that everyone was glued to their phone, of course, like it's a fact, taking pictures of their food, then taking pictures of themselves, taking picture of their family, boyfriend, friend, son, and whatever, like their children, yes, daughter, yes. So they're already glued to screen. I don't know why, but they feel like it's kind of necessary to take pictures. So yeah, I do not like disagree with them. It's their life, they can do anything. But now there were screens, 4 to 5 big screens surrounded everywhere, which, and there was cricket match going on that particular screens, and not like on every screen. So the the thing which came to my mind is like, let's see, I went out of home to give a like to have a break for myself, to, like, let's say, avoid screen only. Like I went to, like I got outside of my home to avoid screen, or maybe to take a break, relax myself. I was maybe watching TV. Now let's suppose I drove the car there. Like, I don't know if that drove is the correct form of tense which I am using, but let's say I am driving my car and I went to the mall. Now in my particular car there is screen, and which cannot be fucking turned off if I do not want to use it. Like that's it. That's the fact, guys. Like, if I want that, if I start my car and I want that the screen doesn't start with it, it will fucking start and it will remain start. And you cannot even stop the radio in that thing. I do not know why. So that's the first thing. There is a screen there. Okay. Now I went to the mall. There is a screen there also, and there is no escape actually. Now let's say about the things about schools and colleges. Suppose you go to school and colleges. I am talking about Indian schools specifically. I don't know the culture of outside, like outside Indian schools. But here teachers do not particularly use projectors to teach anything special or anything like valuable. It's just about some of their shitty slideshows which they only make us write, and never like make us understand anything. I may be wrong, but this is the fact in my case. So yeah. So there is a screen there. So let's say, take for example now, what do I say now? Let's say I am in a metro. Yes, I am in a metro. We have screens there also, like for no reason. There is always a fucking digital OLED, yes, OLED screen displaying in front of you, like for no reason at all. And always it's there is a ad. Yes, there is a ad always going on. Do you have cancer? These are cancer's pain, and somehow this creates a thought in my mind if I have cancer pain or not. So yeah, basically that's the one more point. Screens are there also. Now let's talk about things where screens are actually infiltrating your life. Yes, infiltrating, yes. Yes, I think it's infiltrating. Now let's talk about refrigerators. Now why the like I just not want to cuss, but why do we have a screen on a refrigerator? Like, who needs a screen on a refrigerator, man? Like, why? Suppose you have a cook and you told him to cook something good, and what is he doing? He's scrolling anything, like any particular app. I do not want to say any names, but he's scrolling. And then you go, why I'm cooking, I got distracted. Like that would be the fact now. Like, they will get it. Like, suppose he gives something for 2 minutes to boil, maybe, and then he started scrolling, and boom, 3 to 4 minutes gone. Now that dish is spoiled. Now, chefs and cooks are particularly, like, what do we say? They are more focused, and yeah, they would like that their food becomes the best. So that is not the case what would happen, but the reason is, why do we have a screen there? Like, no one needs a screen on a refrigerator. That's one more point. Yes. And now let's talk about screens on cars. Yeah, I can agree with you on maps. Like, you need Google Maps for finding your location, but maybe let's talk about the person who goes to the same place or place he knows. There should be a option to turn off the screen, but no. And the screens are actually getting bigger and bigger and bigger in, like, cars. Actually, like, we are getting a full display tab, large size, in cars. So I do not know why, but we are getting screens there also. Now I also see the videos of that, what do we say, New York City, that there are ads. Yes, there are ads actually on that particular screens, but that thing is filled with screens. That street is filled with screens, and maybe, like, why? My point is, why are you filling everything with screens? Like, there are screens on watches, smartwatches. Screens are there. Like, it's a smartwatch, so I cannot disagree there. But yeah, TV, car, um, streets, metros, and public places. So I think, and that's not even a bad part actually now, because even if you have screen there in all these places or do not, people are still glued to their screens using their phones, right? Like, whenever I go to metro, I rarely find people, like, not using their phones. If they are even in a group, they use phones. If they are not in a group, they use phones. Like, suppose you are going to one station to another station, just sit there now. Like, why there is a constant need of scrolling, messaging someone on particularly many different apps? And I don't know, I that like that kind of life basically does not appeal to me, but it appeals to others. And I don't think that my alone point of view can even stop this infiltration of screens. Maybe I can take some actions which are within my control, but, and the thing is, the irony is, the way I am sharing my point of view is through screen. So yeah, guys, I would like to say that is it, but I preferably enjoy to live my life at that moment only. Like, if I am in a metro or in a mall or driving a car or maybe cooking something, I would not like that there is always some digital screen displaying on my eyes all the time. It actually creates pressure on eyes. And there is one more thing I would like to say is that if there are so much inventions going on like AI and all this, why doesn't there is an invention that a screen is developed that doesn't put pressure on your eyes? Yeah, that is my one another point I would like to add, because it's becoming more and more evident that people are like there is way more people who have got lenses or glasses because of they are getting eye power, I mean. So yeah, so I think that is it guys, but yeah, that is it. Thank you for listening to me this much, and if you have any other point of view, any other disagreement or agreement, like your point of view, and you can comment down. Thank you for listening so much. Thank you and bye bye.